السلام عليكم. كيف حالكم? How are you doing? We're still learning about Arabic alphabet, and today we are going to learn about a letter that's kind of hard to pronounce for English speakers, but we are gonna learn in details, inshallah, how to pronounce it. First of all, we need to know that Saad is one of a twin. We have two letters here that are identical. The only difference is the dot. And to be honest, both of them are hard to pronounce for English speakers. Saad and Dad. But we're gonna learn today about Saad and how to pronounce it in details, inshallah. Okay, so let's see Saad, how it's written or how it looks. First of all, as you can see here, Saad, we can break it into three different parts, okay? We have the first part here on the line, which is a horizontal line, okay? And from it, you can see something like a dome or something, okay? Attach it to it, okay, above it. It's like maybe imagine you're drawing an eyelid or something, okay? A dome. That's the second part, okay? And then together they are attached to half a circle, okay, or it's like C written upside down, okay, and of course all of them are attached together. So that's Saad. If we want like to remember how it looks or how to write it. Okay, let's talk now about the pronunciation. Letter Saad, it's somehow similar to the S, but of course it's not S. If you remember, the letter in Arabic that's pronounced like the English S is called Sin, okay? Saad is different, it's like a graphy S. So of course it doesn't have an exact match or an equivalent in English, okay? It's somehow different. So how to pronounce this letter? Okay. First of all, we need to know that to produce this sound, we need to use the tongue and the teeth only. Okay, don't use your lips. So we use only the tongue and the teeth. The tip of your tongue should be below the root of your lower teeth, as you can see here, okay? So the tip of your tongue should be touching below the root of the lower teeth, okay? While the middle of your tongue should be touching the palate, okay? So again, the tip of your tongue should be touching below the root of the lower teeth. The middle of your tongue should be touching the palate. Close your teeth. Your teeth should be closed and try to pass air, okay? Say us, 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 okay? So try again. Sa, 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 okay? Your teeth are closed, the tip of your tongue below the root of your lower teeth. The middle is touching the palate, okay? Try to pass air. Sa, 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 as, 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 as. So, as you can notice, it's a graphy S. It's not a soft letter, it's a graphy letter, okay? So, Saad, Sa, ص, صاد, الص, الص, الص. Okay? With practice, of course, you will be able to pronounce it. Okay? It needs some practice. Okay? But try to follow these rules as much as you can, and with practice you will be able to pronounce it. Okay, now let's try to pronounce it with different tashkil. Again, we have fatha that produces the a sound, kasra that produces the e sound, and dhamma that produces the u sound. Okay, so let's give it a try. Sa, صا صا صي 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 صو 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 صا صي صو صا صي صو صا صي صو. Okay, صا صي صو. Let's see some examples. Okay, the first word is صقر. An example with صا, صقر, صقر. The second one, an example with صي, صينية, صينية, صينية. Okay. The third example is with صو, صوص, صوص, صوص. Okay. So صقر, صقر, صينية, صينية, صوص, صوص. Okay, صقر, صينية, صوص. Okay, maybe try to stop the video and give it a try and pronounce these words. Now let's learn how to write it isolated and connected. Okay, so if you break it, as we said, to the 3 parts, you should be able somehow to write it. Okay, so let's start with the the horizontal straight line. Okay, and from it, from the right, we will draw something like a dome. Okay, and then half a circle. Okay, or you can start from the dome. Okay, and then the horizontal line, and then the half circle. As you can see, it's above the line, only the half circle or the upside down C is below the line. So this is how to write it isolated. Okay, so again, start with the horizontal line, or start with the dome. Okay, something like that, and then the half circle. They are all attached together. Okay, take your time, break it to the 3 different parts and attach them to each other, and then try to write it as a whole. Okay, so start from the dome. Okay, and then the horizontal line, half the circle. Okay, take your time to practice. Again, I will attach a website where you can print out a worksheet to practice how to write it. This is the easiest way to write Saad. Okay, isolated, as we have learned with the Sin and Shin, it's the same concept. We remove the half circle to write it connected. Okay, so to connect it to other letters before it and after it, we will remove this half circle and we will add our connection, which is a horizontal line. Okay, so as you can see here, there should be a half a circle if it's isolated, but we removed it and we added our connection. We extended the connection, that's a short horizontal line. Okay, So again, if you can see here, if it's in the middle, there is a letter before and there is a letter after. We removed the half circle or the upside down C, and we attached our connection before and our connection after. Okay, if it's in the end, that means there is no letter after it, so there is no need to write it as if it's connected. So we write it as if it's isolated because there is no letter after. No need to remove the half circle. We just extend our connection before it. Okay, so let's imagine if we have, for example, ba here, okay, and we have ta here, it would be written like that. Okay, let's give it a try. So if sa is in the beginning, okay, let's start with the dome, the horizontal line, okay, the part, okay, a small part, if you notice, like when we write it isolated, there is like a small vertical line, okay, that presents the half circle. Okay, so if we want to remove the half circle, we remove it, but we keep this small vertical line that's the start of the half circle. Okay, so if we write it connected, it would be like that. Okay, in the beginning, only something, you know, that presents that there was one time half a circle here, or like upside down C, and we attach it to whatever letter after. So for example, if it's ba, it should be like that. Okay, if it's in the middle, the same concept, we will just attach the letter before it like that. Okay, if it's in the end, so no need to remove the half circle, so it would be, for example, ba and then the Saad like that. Okay, as you can see, there is like a small line that's that represents the start of the half circle. Okay, that's how to write it connected. Of course, it needs practice, and it should be easy with practice. Okay, now let's practice reading. Okay, let's look at our first word. As you can see here, okay, that's the dome, the horizontal line, and what's left from the half circle, and it's attached to a vertical line. The vertical line is attached to the letter before and not to the letter after, so this is alif. Okay, we have fatha above the Saad, so it should be pronounced as sa. Okay, then alif. This letter, if you remember the curve, okay, the curve with the horizontal line, this is one of the triplets, Jim, Ha, Ha. It has no dots above, no dots below, so this is Ha. Okay, it's attached to the boat with a paddle below, so this is Ba. Ha, as you can see, has kasra below, so it would be pronounced as He. Okay, so we have Sa, Hi, B. صاحب 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 صاحب. Okay, صاحب, and it's a noun, so we add no vowels to the last letter. By the way, صاحب means a friend. صاحب means a friend. Okay, let's see this second word. As you can see here, again, our Saad, the dome, the horizontal line, the last part of the half circle. Okay, it has fatha above, so sa. Attach it to this letter, okay, with the paddle below, it's ba. Well, we cut off the end to attach it because it's in the middle. And ba has this circle. If you remember, this circle means no vowels while pronouncing these letters. And in the end, it had this beautiful curved letter with no dots, so it's ra. Let's try to pronounce it. So sa, b, r, sabr, 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 sabr. Sabr means patience, okay? It's an important word that we use a lot in Arabic, okay? So sabr means patience, sabr. Okay, let's see these words with Saad in the middle. Okay, again the curve, okay, with the horizontal line with no dots above or below. This is ha. It has fatha above, so ha. Attach it to the dome with the horizontal line. What's left from the half circle, this is sa with fatha, so sa. Okay, this is dal, if you remember, okay, because it has no dots, so this is dal. Ha, صاد, حصاد, حصاد, حصاد. Okay, let's see this one here. Okay, one of the triplets, ba, ta, tha. It has the dot below, so this is the boat, ba, with fatha, so it would be pronounced like ba. Attach it to the dome with the horizontal line. What's left from the half circle with fatha above, this is sa. Again, that beautiful curved letter, this is ra. Let's give it a try. Ba, sa, r. Basar, 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 basar. Okay, so hasad, basar. Okay, let's see some examples with Saad in the end. Okay, this beautiful curved letter, this is ra, has fatha, so ra. If you remember, ra is one of the letters that's attached to the letter before and not to the letter after. That's why we have no connection here between ra and Saad, okay? This is the rules of some letters in Arabic. Ra is one of them. Here we have our letter Sa, again attached to the vertical long line that's attached to the letter before and not to the letter after. So this is Alif. And again we have Saad again in the end. As you see here, it's as if it's isolated because Alif is not attached to the letter after like Ra. Okay, and there is no letter after Saad. This is why we write it as if it's isolated in this case. Okay, so let's give it a try. Ra, sas, rasas, rasas, rasas. Rasas means bullets. Okay, like the bullets of a weapon. Rasas. Okay. Let's see this one here. If you remember this one, the 3 teeth, okay, and it has 3 dots above. This is Sheen, okay, and it has fatha, so Sha. The curve with the horizontal line, this one of the triplets, Jim, Ha, Ha, and it has a dot above, so it's a ha, okay, and it has the circle sukun above it. That means there is no vowels while pronouncing this letter. It's attached to our letter Saad, which is in the end, so it's written as if it's isolated. So sha, ha, sa, shakhs, 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 shakhs. Shakhs means a person. Shakhs means a person, okay? So now we learned how to pronounce Saad, how to write it, and how to read it in different words. Hope that video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye. Salam.